Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Even if you don't celebrate the holidays, that you're enjoying this time with your family and friends. And if you're not, my heart goes out to you. I hope you do find some peace during this time. But I was just thinking, and I hadn't done a video in a while, I was thinking about my time as a Jehovah's Witness around this time of year. So if you're interested in hearing a little more about that, please stay tuned. So when I was a Jehovah's Witness, I remember the Christmas holidays as well as any other major holidays such as Thanksgiving, just days where you would have you would typically have days off work. I remember we would spend those days knocking on people's doors. So the routine would be the same, no matter what congregation I was in. They would have a meeting for field service, and they would deliberately set it at a time later than usual. So for example, on a typical weekday, we would typically have our meeting for field service around 9 or 9:30 in the morning. But on these special days, especially if it was during the week, we would meet like 30 minutes to an hour later. We would meet the group for field service and prepare for that. And then we'd go and, knock on people's doors. And the reason for that was that we knew that a lot of people would be home. So we would be able to preach to them at that time. So that's what would typically happen when we would go out and we would go in our ministry and we would knock on people's doors. We would basically catch people at home a lot more than we would if we went on a typical weekday knocking on people's doors in the morning, throughout the week. And I can't think of, the reaction of the people that would answer the door. I know most of them would be pretty busy and we would throw a tract or a magazine in their hand. Ironically, some of them would be about how Christmas was bad and evil. And then we'd go on about our way. I can't think of any experiences where people were, acting any different than they typically would if you met them in field service on a typical day. But today I was really reflecting on the first holiday season that I had outside of the religion. It was 6 years ago. It was after I found out the truth about the truth, but before I mailed out my disassociation letter. And I spent that holiday with my husband's family. So we traveled to where they were. It was a huge group of family members. And I just remember how wonderful it felt to spend this time with family. Whether, we celebrate Christmas or not. We're not really big on Christmas even now in my family. But, just being able to spend that time with our family, it was a really good feeling. Being able to get together with people who love you and who care for you. It was really nice. And it really makes me think about, me being on the other side of that door instead of knocking on that door, how I would feel if a bunch of people came and interrupted my family time while I was, I took time off work and I was enjoying this time with my family and friends, how I would feel. So it made me realize, even as myself when I was a Jehovah's Witness, how tone deaf I was as far as being considerate of people's time, of people's money, because a lot of people, especially if you're traveling to another state to visit family or friends, how much you invested in that. And to have people just knocking on your door on a typical morning, not even taking into consideration the precious time that you have with your loved ones. So those are my thoughts for today. I would love to hear in the comments section your experience when you were a Jehovah's Witness. How did you spend your major holidays? Did you spend them knocking on doors like I did? Or did you take some time for yourself and spend that with your family? And how has that changed since you left the Jehovah's Witness religion? So I'd like to hear a little more about that in the comments section. I'd like to take this time to really thank you guys for subscribing to my channel, for commenting, for liking my videos and giving your input. I am one subscriber away from 100. So that is amazing to me that almost 100 people are interested in what I have to say. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. If I would like to actually do something special for, when I do finally reach 100 subscribers. So if you do have any ideas about that, please put that in the comment section as well. Keep things coming. Keep the support coming. Hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday or time with their family, and a wonderful week. Much love.